Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn some vocabulary related to fish and fishing. There is a new topic in IELTS speaking from May 2020, and this topic is going to be used this current season, so May, June, July, August 2020, and most likely this topic will also be used till December, till the very end of 2020. So let's just revise some fishing terms. First, here you can see a man who is fishing, right? And the fishing rod, this is probably what you know, the hook. It's underwater, you cannot see it. There is fishing line, and there is reel right here. Then creel, this is the box where you can keep everything, the net, and waders. So this is the fishing equipment. Some of these words are really advanced, so if you use them in your IELTS speaking, that will be really beneficial for your score, because as you might remember, your lexical resource is 25% of your speaking score. And if you use uncommon and less common lexical items that are topic related, that's really beneficial for your score, right? So there is fishing rod, there is fishing line, reel, right? Lure, that can also, well, here it's underwater, you cannot see it. And then seine, that's a really advanced word for a net, just a fishing net. Or you can also say a deep sea, oh, sorry, there's a misprint. A deep sea seine. Okay, then a tackle box, the box where you keep all the gear, all the equipment, the hook. Then fly fishing, that's a type of fishing. Float, fishing weight or sinker. Waders, these are special rubber boots that you use to walk in water when you fish. Haul, this is the amount of fish that you catch, or you can also say to haul up a net. Well, of course, you don't need to use all these words in your answers, but if you use several of them, that will be really beneficial. Please remember that for Band 7 in lexical resource, you need to use less common lexical items. And for Band 8, you need to use uncommon lexical items. All right, so once again, this is the lure, the hook, the net. Well, this is used for catching butterflies, but it can also be a fishing net. Then rod, reel, tackle box, and fishing line. Okay, so there are some collocations related to fishing. It's to go fishing, a fisherman, a fish eater. And then fish can be, like collocations with fish can be freshwater fish, saltwater fish, tropical fish, or predatory fish. So the fish that eats other animals and creatures. The group of fish can be called school of fish or shoal of fish. Right? For example, a school of herring. It's not a place where they study, it just means that's a group of fish. All right, a little bit of grammar. You normally don't use fish in plural. So you say, we caught several fish, right? When we're talking about more than one fish, we would normally say fish, not fishes. But if you want to talk about different kinds or species of fish, then you can use either fish or fishes. So like varieties of tropical fish or all the fishes of the sea. Okay, so something like this. Then when you talk about fish in IELTS speaking, you might want to mention some kinds of fish. That would be really beneficial for your answer as well. So I'm going to give you just several words. Very few IELTS candidates actually know names of fish. So you don't have to memorize all of them, just maybe three types of fish would be really beneficial for your answer. Okay, so this can be cod, some other types of food are cod liver or cod liver oil that is made of cod. Then haddock and plaice. So this would be whitefish. Another word for plaice would be flounder. Then there is oily fish, and that could be trout, salmon, or herring or eel. Remember that you can say a school of herring, for example. Right. Then shellfish. It's also, well, in English, it's also fish. Lobsters, prawns, and crabs. So these types of seafood can be called fish. Maybe in terms of biology, it's not accurate, but why not? It's not a biological exam. So just a few other types of fish for you. That's pike, crucian, bream, mackerel, tuna, sturgeon, and bass. Okay, so if you want to write down any of these, just pause the recording and take some notes. Right, so once again, white fish can be cod, haddock, plaice, oily fish, salmon, trout, herring, also eels, shellfish, that's lobster, prawn, and crab. All right, some advanced vocabulary, another group related to fish. These are parts of a fish, okay? Well, there are three parts that a normal native speaker knows. That's scales, fin, and gills, right? Scales, fins, and gills, these three parts. All right, some useful phrases for band 9. Suddenly, a fish took the lure. When a fish bites the hook, the float bobs. They hold up the fishing net. A fishing tackle box or large food storage container works well. He casts his fishing line into the lake every evening. Okay, so in the current season, according to recent reports by IELTS candidates, there were 3 questions that are being used, and that's: why do people go fishing? Do you like eating fish? And where can you see fish, right? Well, if you just say, why do people go fishing? Because it's fun. Do you like eating fish? Yes, I do. Where can you see fish? I can see it in the sea. Obviously, your score will not be very high. So you need something more specific, something more advanced. Okay, I'm going to share some ideas with you. So why do people go fishing? You can say they're just hooked on it, or it is fun and thrilling. In terms of grammar, you can use inversion here and say not only is it fun, so the verb is before the subject, not only is it fun, but it's also thrilling. Some people just target for catch and release sport. So catch and release would be a compound adjective that would be also nice for your grammar score. It's a great escape from routine. It enables them to unplug, to unwind, to recharge their batteries. So these expressions can be used when you talk about free time, when you relax, not only about fishing. Then it lowers anxiety and instills a sense of calm. It satisfies the primal hunting urge. That will be nice. Or people contemplate nature when they go fishing. They enjoy a few moments of peace in the solitude of a seashore or a riverbank, like this. So you can use some of these ideas, right? Then, do you like eating fish? What can you say? Well, you can say that it's an excellent low-fat food packed with essential fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals, and talk about this. You can also say it improves the quality of my sleep, because sometimes I have insomnia or sleeplessness, so I don't have to take sleeping pills. All I need to do is just eat some fish. Right, or if you want to say that you do not like eating fish, you can say I'm allergic to fish, or I prefer meat to fish. I'm a meat eater. I can't stand its smell and taste. I'm a vegan and I don't eat either fish or meat. Right, then where can you see fish? Well, you can say we can see fish in almost any body of water or water reservoir. Or you just like rivers, streams, ponds, lakes, seas, oceans, and aquariums. For an example, a bit more advanced would be an estuary or a river mouth. For example, in a freshwater estuary, you can see some fish. Okay, so let me try to answer these questions, and I will try to use as many lexical items as possible, so just to make my answers more or less complex. So why do people go fishing? First and foremost, fishing is a great way to spend lots of time outdoors. And that applies no matter whether you catch anything or not. As the old joke goes, the fishing was good, but the catching not so much. Secondly, it's a pleasure to hone your skills in order to catch fish that are hard to catch, such as bream, crucian, mackerel, and sturgeon. On top of that, some men like all the gear that comes with fishing. They like nothing better than going over their fishing gear or ordering new items online: lures, reels, tackle boxes, floats, and waders, to name but a few. All right, that might be a bit too long for a part 1 answer, but just be prepared to use, for example, some kinds of fish. Here I used for advanced lexical items like beam, crucian, mackerel, and sturgeon, then this equipment for fishing, lures, reels, tackle boxes, floats, and waders. Just prepare those and try to use them. Okay, the second question, do you like eating fish? Well, absolutely. Not only do I adore its smell and taste, but I also like the fact that eating fish and seafood provides me with essential high-quality lean protein, vitamins, and minerals that are needed in my diet. More specifically, it is a fact of life that fish are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which provide important benefits for brain function. Furthermore, fish provides an optimal dose of vitamin D, which promotes healthy bones. This is the primary reason why fish is among my staple foods. Okay, and the final question. Where can you see fish? Well, I guess in most places where there's water. I mean, in water reservoirs like ponds and lakes, rivers, and oceans. It probably would not be an exaggeration to assert that virtually in every corner of the world, there is a body of water that has fish living in it. Having said that, there are a few key factors which enable fish to live in a, let's say, freshwater estuary. For instance, these deciding factors could be the salinity of water, the amounts of oxygen, water temperature, as well as the availability of hiding areas and breeding areas. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned some useful expressions to talk about fish. This is just one of the topics that is used in the current season. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, put your likes, and I hope to see you in the next video.